What is happening, guys? On the last episode, we figured out how to get our clothes on, how to get our gear on, and how to get our squad car. Now we're going to talk about how to get our radio set up. So, first thing first, you hit T again, T for Tom. Then you do slash set. Now you see the second one, set radio agency. Yeah, we're going to follow that format. So capital R, radio, then agency, capital A again, and then space LEO. You see how it says set code plug to LEO. Once that's set and you see that, now you hit T again, and then you hit radio. Now that you have this, go ahead and hit F8. This is very important.
Leo dispatch. Leo dispatch.
You should see a menu here that shows you that do you want to accept. Go ahead and hit accept. It's going to show up right here. I already accepted it, so it's not showing up for me, but you should be able to see accept. Once that's done, then you should go ahead and close your F8 again, and this should appear. Once this appears, now you'll have a hot button that you can set up to do this. To set your hot button, or keybind, however you prefer it, go down to 5. I have mine set up as right here. So my display one, I have this set up as an open bracket, right? And then the display radio, I also have this. So these two are the ones that are important. This will show your radio, and this will focus on the radio, and I'll show you the difference. So this will show you the GUI or the UI of the radio, and this will show you the focus. So what I mean by that is when I press the slash, let me go ahead and go on disable my callouts. You can always do this, but make sure if you do disable callouts to turn it back on later. But when you do the slash, it shows the icon. If I press it again, it goes away. And then when I do the open bracket, make sure this is on. When you do open bracket, you turned on something called radio focused. You see that? The reason why I say it's radio focused is in this menu, you can customize how big the radio icon is, and whether to turn it on, turn it off, and so on. In order to move it around, you gotta click radio settings, and then at this point, you can move this around. You can make it bigger. You see that? You can make it smaller. And you can move it to different areas. So in this scenarios, I'm going to move it right here so I can see my audio talk. So, and then when I hit save, there you go. Now, you also have other buttons. You have scan, set, and selects. So for example, if I do GPS, GPS allows me, whoever last talked, if I need to respond to them, if I hit GPS, the last person that spoke, so let's say an officer said I need backup, instead of asking what's your 20 and so on, you can go ahead and hit GPS. It'll drag you to it. But in order to do that, you have to get out of focus mode. In focus mode, what can you do? You can go ahead and turn it off, so it's powered down, as you can see. Hit the slash button again. Let's get off of focus mode real quick. To get off focus mode, you hit the escape. Let's open it again. Now it's turning back on.
Leo dispatch. Leo dispatch.
And then you also have a TAC 1, TAC 2, TAC 3, car to car, law admin, and dispatch.
Leo
always
dispatch.
stay in dispatch unless told otherwise. Typically what we're going to be doing is we're always going to be in dispatch. However, though, let's say there's a bank robbery, someone will tell you, hey, everybody in the bank robbery, go ahead and switch to TAC 1. Everybody at that scene will be in TAC 1 so that we don't have radio traffic on the main dispatch. Dispatch is only for dispatch. If you're at a scene, you just switch to TAC 1, TAC 2, TAC 3, and so on and so forth. And then here, what you have, this orange button, this is your panic button. If you press that button, that's basically saying you got a 1099 in progress. If you don't know the code, it just means you're in trouble. It means either officer down, officers getting shot at, your life is in danger. At this point, you need backup. By pressing it, this is what it sounds like when you press it. At this point, it sends everyone, every officer that's on the server, your location, and lets them know that you are in trouble. This is what they see. So at this point, you start noticing, you'll see extra units arriving right now. You hear that siren going off? Usually means somebody's coming to my location. So, not sure which direction they're coming from, but as you can see right here, we got a unit that arrived, and they're making sure that I'm okay. Hey officer, hey trooper, I am all good. Just doing a quick test. Thank you for showing up.
Everything's alright?
Yep, everything is great. Thank you again.
Alright, good.
So, as you can see, once you hit that panic button, nearest unit, and all units actually, will show up to your 20 to get you, to help you in any way you can. Now that we got that figured out, you just move this to the, so that's, this is your view on when you're on foot. Now, one thing that's very important is once you hit the panic button, always make sure, go into radio focus mode and undo it again. So, undo it again. So now it's no longer in emergency mode. If you see it in emergency mode, it means you're still in panic mode. You can always get off panic mode by hitting it again. That will disable your panic mode. Make sure you're in focus mode in order to hit this panic button. Now, this radio specifically has, because we're going for realism, has a distance. So that means certain areas, this radio will not be able to work. You need your squad car radio. I will show you that squad car radio, but I'll give you instances where this won't work. If you're in the middle of nowhere and you're too far from your squad car, you're too far from towers, your radio, your handheld radio will not work. If you're in the water, so if you're in the ocean or a lake or anything like that, your radio will not work. Now, at that point, what do? You go ahead and go to your squad car radio. So we're gonna go ahead and go inside our squad car. Now that we're in our squad car, if you press again, now you see a different menu, right? If you wanna make sure to resize this as well, go ahead and hit the open slash and move it around. By the way, radio settings, and move it around to where you think you like it. So for me, I prefer right here. Once I put this right here, I hit save. Whatever you set up here will also be set up on your personal radio. Again, if you hit the panic button right here, that's where units will arrive. This will allow you to turn left, right, up, down, right? Each thing does something different. If I hit this, this goes to different channels. So TAC 1, TAC 2, TAC 3, car to car, law admin, and dispatch.
Leo dispatch.
This will turn off your entire radio, and then this allows you to scan. So if you're in different areas or something where you don't need to hit scan often, but sometimes you'll have it where you know, if you're in different districts, you might need to hit scan. If you're not getting a good signal, scan might be able to help, but you don't have to mess with that again. GPS is what I discovered. So GPS is what? I'm sure. Let's say another officer talks on the radio. Let's listen for radio traffic real quick.
Foxtrot 33, show me on a 1011 on Low Power Street, 8058.
Sierra 100, en route to your location. So in this scenario, this officer called for an update. I don't know where he's at, but I want to know. I can hit GPS, and it gives me his last known location. So on the map, on the GPS, it shows me he's right over here. I'm gonna go ahead and respond to him. So another nice thing that you notice is because you have your lights and sirens on, this will turn green. This will also turn green, as you can see. Pay attention. See that? Because you have your lights and sirens on, your traffic lights are always going to be green for you. And as you can see, this unit is parked right over here. right exactly where it's at. So on this menu, let's move out of the way and make sure we're not blocking anyone. As you can see, now it says arrived on our radio, and we see him right there. Now that we see him, let's go back to our squad car. So that is the GPS one. You'll always get updated look. So if you always want to know the latest location or the last location for the person who did call for backup, and you want to know where they're at, you can go ahead and go into focus mode, and you can hit GPS, and it will take you to the officer that last spoke. Next up is set or select. So this you don't have to worry about. Now I'm sure you're wondering, okay, what about volume up, volume down? So if you press this button, you're able to, then these two buttons, volume up, volume down, will show up. So
Leo dispatch.
Volume up. Now my audio is at 100%. So as you can see, my audio is at 100%. Now if somebody talks on the radio, so there you have it. So that person is now speaking on the radio, and you're able to see that's how they sound. You can always put the volume up, or you can put the volume down. Once you have that set up, there you go. You have nothing to worry about, and then you're all set up. If you run into anything, you also have the help desk. You have the different ones to dispatch.
Leo dispatch.
But always come back to dispatch, because dispatch is all you need. If you have any questions or concerns, just find out any supervisor. Again, supervisors do have a white squad car. Just speak to them. They'll happily help you with any issues you might have. And yeah, next up we'll go to the CAT system.